Hey guys, how's it going? Ricky Widmer here from Most Valuable Podcast, here to give you my must-starts this week for Fantasy Football Week numero 7. These are the guys where if you have them on your team, if you don't, pick them up. If you do, they've got to be in your starting lineup if you want to win this week. And I'm going to get right into it. Number 5, this may be a shock to some people. I don't know why it is anymore, but you got to go with Colin Kaepernick. And the reason why I say Colin Kaepernick is the Seahawks aren't who they used to be. Cam Newton had a big game against them last week. Kaepernick has been on a roll. I want to say the past 2 weeks, he's been a 20-point performer in ESPN leagues. Got to go with the hot hand and with the struggling defense in Seattle. Number 4, you have Martavis Bryant. And what a just coming out of nowhere, not coming out of nowhere party, but dude's been suspended for the first 4 weeks, and then bam, he comes out of the gates just having the game he did. Going up against the Chiefs, this is a no-brainer for me. I mean, did you see what Stephon Diggs did? I want to say in one of my leagues he had 17 points, and the other he had 12. He had 12. A double-digit performance. So if Stephon Diggs can have that many points, if he can have a double-digit performance, there's no way Martavis Bryant leaves this game at Arrowhead without getting you at least 20 on the day. So Martavis Bryant, I'd go ahead and put him in. Especially, any passing game that goes up against the Chiefs, quarterback, wide receiver, you're pretty much going to have to start him, especially if there is, I'm going to say, as elite as Martavis Bryant has been. Then at number 3, going up against the Browns rushing defense, Todd Gurley coming off the bye. Ronnie Hillman actually had an 11-point performance, and that's the Broncos. The Bronco run game hasn't looked so good. So if Ronnie Hillman could get 11 points against the Browns, there's no doubt that Todd Gurley cannot continue. I want to say he's had 2 back-to-back 15-point performances in fantasy and ESPN leagues since being the starter in St. Louis. Go ahead. I would totally pencil in Todd Gurley as a starter this week. Running back 1, running back 2, flex, whatever you want to put him as. Number 2, I know that they had a down week. They lost the game. However, the Cardinals going up against the Ravens, not a good pass defense in this game. And you got to go with Carson Palmer to me because the Ravens, like I said, haven't really been good against the pass. Carson Palmer is going to have a day. Like I said, I know the Cardinals did not beat the Steelers. However, the last time they lost the game was against the Rams, and what happened? 42-17 against the lowly Lions. So Carson Palmer, you got to go with them. And then we're back to it. They had a bye last week, so I couldn't really say what I was going to say in this video, but number 1's got to be Antonio Gates. It's got to be. He's going up against the Raiders, the silver and black. And the one thing silver and black does not like to do this year is defend the tight end. So Antonio Gates, he's your guy. If you have him on your team, I know I do in one of mine, he is going in. He's going to have a huge game against the Raiders, just like tight ends do. Tyler Eifert, Gary Barnidge. The Raiders started the Gary Barnidge train for the Cleveland Browns. I would go ahead, put Gates into your lineup. I don't care who your tight end is. Go ahead, put him in. You won't have a bad time. You'll probably win your league. But that's going to do it for my must-starts this week for fantasy football. Go ahead. Tell me down below, who did I leave out? Who did I miss? Who would you start? Let me know down below in the comment section. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Ricky Widmer. I love answering your fantasy questions. I love telling you who you should and should not start. And if you have any questions about, hey, Ricky, who should I pick up? Go ahead, check out my pickups video. You can follow me on Twitter at Ricky Widmer. Most Valuable Podcast is at Most Valuable Pod. Thank you guys again for checking out this video. And as always, have a good day, everybody.